and a new book titled Single But Dating Helps You Figure It All Out. Author and Dr. Nikki Goldstein joins us live from Australia, guys, with more of what you can expect. Good morning, and really good morning to you, right? Because it's around 3 o'clock, a little after 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, it's technically the middle of the night, but we're still in the morning, so I can say good morning.
Well, thank you, Dr. Nikki, for joining us. I have a lot of friends who are using apps to try and meet significant others, and it is not going too well. What advice do you have for them?
Well, I think when it comes to app dating, you really need to slow down. So in the book, I talk about mindful dating. You know, we get caught up with this fast-paced world that's app dating, and we'll jump online and we'll think, I need to find someone that fits this mold. Here's my criteria. And if they don't fit my criteria, I can swipe and find someone who does. But what I find is that because it's so fast-paced, we're not looking at the connections and is there intimacy there? Do we have things in common? Is this person someone funny that I could maybe have a drink with? We're actually looking past really great matches because we're under this pressure to find perfection, and also perfection at such a fast speed.
All right, so can you really find, because I know one of the things, by just depending on your phone and electronics, is it really possible?
I think it is possible because great people are sitting online. You know, we all have friends that are on apps. I have a brother who's on apps. And I think maybe you have bypassed someone fantastic because their profile isn't as great, or they haven't put their best foot forward in terms of photos and information. Because when you look around a bar these days, or even if you were to go to a singles event, the odds are that most of those people would have an online profile. So I feel like sometimes we have this disconnect with the online world and the real world. And sometimes we don't treat these profiles as real people, but they are real people. And a lot of them might be some fantastic dates and matches. But the problem is, even though we're connecting on our phones, are we really connecting? Are we really getting to know those people? And are we really showing them something about ourselves? I think we also have to look at what your dating profile says to you. Are you being able to represent some key elements about your personality? So someone might go, you're really interesting. I'd like to get to know you a little better.
Well, I definitely think that millennials have made dating worse. But how do you think that they've changed the dating game?
Well, sometimes it can be worse, but sometimes it can be better. You know, when we have a look, especially when we look at female empowerment, women now have more options. We have more choices. We're in more control. You don't have to go to a bar and get all dressed up to meet somebody. You know, now you're able to sit from the comfort from your, own living room and actually say to somebody, this is what I'm after. This is what I would like in a person, and this is the type of relationship I would like to be in. It wasn't so easy to go up to someone in a bar and say, hi, I'm looking for monogamy and I would like someone who's outdoorsy and intelligent and want kids. You know, those conversations can be had more easily. Obviously, there is always going to be a downside when we incorporate technology into anything, and it is that it's becoming more fast-paced and superficial, and we're seeing things like ghosting and crumbing, and these are things that were not probably done but not spoken about as much. You know, we can become a lot disconnected now when it comes to rejecting somebody. We can do all those nasty things, but I feel like that's just the negative side effect of something that can be really positive. And instead of saying, oh, it's so negative these days and everybody's online, maybe we need to focus more on the positives and say, look at what we can do with online dating and look at how many people we can access from the comfort of our own homes.
Thank you. Called Single But Dating if you want to pick up the book.
And available on Amazon. Thank you so much. Go back to sleep now. A little after 3 o'clock in the morning in Australia there. Thanks.